All right, so today we're going to dive into something a little different.
Yeah.
It's Psalm 13
Okay.
from the New Living Translation over on YouVersion.
Gotcha.
And, you know, this is something that you sent to us, and you're looking to kind of get a better grasp on it.
Right.
And it's a pretty short psalm, but it's pretty powerful.
Yeah, definitely packs a punch for being so short.
It does. It really does. And so, I mean, just right off the bat, you know, we get hit with some pretty, I don't know, kind of stark questions.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, how long will you forget me? Forever. How long will you look the other way? How long must I struggle with anguish in my soul, with sorrow in my heart every day? How long will my enemy have the upper hand? I mean, it's just question after question.
No, you're right. It's just like bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
These like
Yeah.
how long's, you know.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, too, because this repetition, you know, I think a lot of times people think of the Bible as like very straightforward.
Right.
But there's all this like literary stuff going on in the
Oh, yeah.
background. You know that they used to do this thing called anaphora, where you repeat a word or a phrase, the beginning of like a sentence or a clause.
Right.
And this like, how long, how long, how long.
Right.
You know, it just drives home this feeling of like, you know, protracted suffering.
Yeah.
Like it's not just like a one-off bad day.
Yeah.
This is like, I've been going through this for a while and I don't know how much longer I can take.
Right. And it's not just, you know, an external struggle. It's
Yeah.
anguish in my soul and sorrow in my heart.
Exactly. It's like deep down in here.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's something a lot of people can relate to. Like everyone goes through periods of, you know, real inner turmoil.
Yeah.
And then you add this like enemy on top of it.
Yeah, that's
It's like you're really getting it from all sides.
yeah, it's piling on at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
But then we get to verse 3 and things start to shift a little bit.
Okay.
Turn and answer me, O Lord my God. Restore the sparkle to my eyes, or I will die.
Ooh, that's powerful.
Yeah, I mean, right? It's like we're still in the midst of despair, but there's this turning towards God.
Yeah. I love that image of the sparkle in the eyes.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like we've all been there where you're just kind of like you're going through the motions.
Right.
You've lost that like zest for life.
Right.
And that's what they're asking for. Like, God, you know, help me get that back.
Yeah. And there's an urgency there.
For sure.
Right. Or I will die.
Yeah. That really raises the stakes.
Yeah.
Like this isn't just a casual request.
Right.
This is like a life or death situation.
And then in verse 5, we see like a huge change in tone.
Okay.
It says, but I trust in your unfailing love. I will rejoice because you have rescued me.
Wow. That's a big shift.
Yeah. I mean, he goes from, you know, despair and anguish to this sudden declaration of trust.
Yeah. It's almost like that plea in the previous verse.
Right.
Like it opened up something. And allowed this trust to come flooding in.
And it's not just trust, it's a decision to rejoice.
Right. It's like a choice.
Right.
Like I'm going to choose to rejoice because I know that you've rescued me in the past.
Right.
And you'll rescue me again.
Right. And that leads right into that last verse.
Okay.
I will sing to the Lord because he is good to me.
Full circle.
Yeah. It's amazing, right? You go from this deep despair and questioning to a place of like trust and praise.
It's really a beautiful arc.
Yeah, it is.
And I think it speaks to the power of faith.
Yeah.
You know, even when things are really tough.
Absolutely. So for you listening, you know, whether you're going through a hard time right now or, you know, maybe you will someday.
Right.
Psalm 13 gives us this roadmap.
Totally.
You know, we're allowed to voice our pain to God.
Yeah, to cry out to him.
Yeah, but we also have to remember, you know, to trust in his love.
To hold on to that trust.
Yeah, and to choose joy.
Because he's been faithful before.
Right.
And he'll be faithful again.
So I guess the question for you now is, you know, how can we take this ancient psalm and apply this to our own struggles today?
Yeah, what does that look like for us?
Right.
You know, in our modern world.
What does that sparkle look like for us?
Right.
You know, what do we need to have